Welcome. I now continue reading from the Lesser Babylonian Book of Importantness. Book of Importantness 22:13. 26. With only the knowledge that there were some lines and other stuff in the symbol, he searched until he came into the Tigris Delta, whereon he found some sticks on the ground in a sacred spot. He knew that place was sacred because it was surrounded by signs which said, "Caution, portal to another dimension, enter at your own risk." Ira the Destroyer said, "Lo! Thy holy sticks showeth me the secret mysteries of what thy stickness standeth for." And them the sticks didn't do anything, so Ira the Destroyer waited for a sign. Then, because it was the desert, he got mad thirsty, so he went to the river to drink. And then he said, "Holy shit! Thy meaning hath revealeth itself unto me. Thy meaning is that of the great rivers that floweth, and stuff." Thereupon, Ira the Destroyer fell to the ground, and began murmuring something about someone named Michel. The people of Lesser Babylon, who since they no longer had legs with which to run were now permanently mounted on horseback, had been following Ira, and watching. When Ira woke, surrounded by his people, he said, "Damn, it kinda feeleth like there's a lizard controlling me dude." This was taken to mean that Ira the Destroyer was under the power of the dragon, and he was made leader of the great nation of Biaviians. Ira's first order of business was to restore the Biaviians to the confines of Babylon, where they were restored to the sacred order of attendants and sales associates from which they departed many years before. This must be done, he said, because the Babylonians had great powers, and knew how to make things like bricks, and wooden shields, and knew that a proper mode of governance included a high leader, subject only to the high powers of the sky. Book of Importantness 23:1. 32. When the nation of Lesser Babylonians re-entered the city of Babylon, there was much rejoicing as their horses had been long without rest, and Ira the Destroyer had been alone in defending them and their horses, which now also lacked legs with which to run. After they entered the city, and reunited with Babylon, they maintained their identity as Lesser Babylonians, but did shed the epithet of Biaviians because they kept getting beaten up. This was in the time of the Babylonian captivity of Israel, and soon enough Cyrus the Great came and conquered the Babylonians. Israel rejoiced at this, and seeing them there, and knowing the history of the Jews, Cyrus said unto them, "You can goeth home now, if you feeleth like it." The Jews responded, "Nah. Our temple in Israel was destroyed, and the 12 tribes were scattered in 4 directions like chaff in the wind. Our great nation is no more." Cyrus replied, "But thou art possessed of a sort of bad luck of which I wanteth no part. It is known throughout lands that the Lord God of Abraham, Ishak, and Jacob, and of all Israel comes to you periodically and whoopeth thine ass for thy transgressions against him. I wanteth to be far away when that happens next time." But the Jews replied, "Our temple has been laid low, and our nation destroyed. There is nothing to goeth back to. We shall stay among you, and lament the loss of our temple." Cyrus said unto them, "Looketh, I haveth an idea. I will giveth you the loot to rebuild of thy temple so that once again the tabernacle of the Lord God of Israel can once again be raised on high, and praise be given to your God once again. Surely then the Lord your God will deliver unto you all the promised land of Canaan, at least for a while before he cometh to destroyeth you again." The elders of Israel gathered, and decided they would accept the offer of Cyrus the Great, who said, "Beautiful. Rebuild thy temple, and bless me in the name of the Lord your God since I have done this favor for you." The Jews blessed Cyrus, and journeyed out into the wilderness to seek once again for Israel. Cyrus then said unto the Lesser Babylonians, "Getteth the fuck out. We Persians are a great nation, and the Babylonians, though their city has been laid low, and their wives taken unto the Joy division, and their children taken unto the priests of Zoroastria who will pass down their traditions for millennia to come, and their livestock taken to our flocks, are a great people, and the Jews who have been consistently built up and them destroyed by the Lord their God are a great people as well, But we don't want your people, the people of the caste of jesters and freaks, adding your poison to the jinn pool of Persia. Begone. The lesser Babylonians answered, aren't you going to offer us loot to build our temple, and ask for a blessing in the name of our God who delivered unto us the sacred sign of the dragon? Looketh, Cyrus replied, if I giveth you a coupon for a free turkey, will you just leave it without any trouble? The lesser Babylonians, having seen the actions of the Jews, got their elders together to confer with each other. This was known as the first assemblage of the elders of Lesser Babylon. They decided that they would accept this offer, not realizing that turkeys live in temperate zones, and cannot be found in tropical zones, much less in the center of the desert. This decision, however, was not called stupid by the Lesser Babylonians. It was said to be efficient as it was decided on by committee, and it was in the law of Ira that those decisions made by high officials were to be considered sacred, and never questioned no matter what the results.